Today at SIAM Speaks, we are joined by Mr. Saurabh Dalela, Director ICAT. Well, thank you for joining us, sir. ICAT plays an important role in compliance and homologation. At the same time, we would like to know your views. How can certification bodies proactively contribute to raising safety standards beyond regulatory minimum?
Well, in ICAT, we are currently into the process of certification and also engaged by Ministry of Road Transport and Highways for various policy formulations. Typically, the two-wheelers, ICAT is now acting almost like a secretariat. And within that process, we are agreeing with the industry to converge to a thought process that the technology would be the one which will finally come for the rescue. We're talking about enforcements, we're talking about a process, we're talking about systems, we're talking about human beings. But finally, if we could have technology to our rescue, that will help. For example, if you could have face recognition for a helmet, the technology exists, it's quite cheap, it is easily implementable, it has no human beings. And in case you don't wear a helmet, or if you take off your helmet after the vehicle has started, there can be a strategy to derate the vehicle in a gradual manner, and finally it switches off. One. Second, you could have a technology for triple riding, and therefore if you have a load cell under your seat, as you have in the cars, you can avoid the triple riding. If you have a GPS intervention, then you could avoid the two-wheelers running actually on the National Expressway. No human beings. We are not talking about enforcement, and we don't want to get into that dialogue at all. If you have a serpentine road ahead and you expect the two-wheeler to ride not more than 40 or let's say 30, then through the GPS it is possible to sense the road ahead and then derate the vehicle. So there are technological interventions which are possible, and we, since we are the biggest market in the world, we need to set up an example and the world has to follow us. I don't think it works in the four-wheelers because we have Europe and the US, we have the complete Western country over there. But here we are the leaders of the world, and therefore the world has to follow us and we have to create examples. So I think we're getting into this process of creating policies and formulating standards such that the technology drives safety rather than me and you trying to do this.
And what additional measures can be taken to improve road safety when we talk about the perspective of ICAT?
I think we are a strong advocator of automotive data center. We've been talking to all the ministries about this, that all the vehicles that have ECUs, which everyone has now, today's world, BS6 post BS6 regime, this data is over the net and manufacturers are having this. I think most of the data should be available with the government. We are not interested in compromising the privacy. But what we are interested in is if a vehicle is doing something wrong, if a vehicle has met with an accident, it's easy to recognize through AI that, look, there has been a very, very unusual deceleration of a vehicle. There seems something to be wrong. And you get a trigger immediately and you have all the authorities lined up over there. You have the location. So things like that are very much possible. Again, no human beings. We are not talking about human beings trying to enforce and trying to catch up people, trying to pick up people whose mistake it was. We're not interested in that. We're interested is that if we can attend to that first critical hour post the accident, we can do a lot many things. Second, if we could have an organization in India which is parallel to the organization in the United States, which is NHTSA, National Highway Transport Safety Administration. I think in order to enhance safety, the most important piece is that there should be somebody who's owning it. One person who says that I am responsible for all the transport related safety incidents that are happening. We don't have one right now. We expect the police to come, police expects the ambulance to come, ambulance expects that we have given an online or let's say a toll-free number to everyone, he should have called him and that. There is no SOP, there is no standard protocol. And as I said, if you're meeting with a very unfortunate incident somewhere in Rajasthan, somewhere in Tamil Nadu, you have no idea which number to call after this. And therefore, These things should be brought to the awareness of people. We have a good social media intervention now in India, and we can make use of this to have a proper SOP and organization like NHTSA and a data center. These are three things which I would say that would play a very important role in enforcing safety, vehicular safety at the ground.
All right. Thank you, Saurabh. Thank you for talking to us.
Thank you.